Don't worry, both your dads will be here. It's been a minute. It's just... yeah. I need to put it... What? No, it won't be... whenever I can finish the animation. I know. Alright, we should be...
no. They don't know the context.
And my voice was muted, so it doesn't matter because I couldn't even say that there was no context.
There was no context.
Oh yeah.
There's no context.
yeah.
Okay, well,
Hello again.
Should we maybe not?
Yeah.
When?
well, it was a great run, guys. We made it for 2 years, and now once again we have ended the stream before it began.
Oh yeah.
Before the ban.
No more oh yes. No, just no more oh yes.
Oh.
Okay. Well,
Hello, everyone.
hello everyone. Welcome to hell.
The shit show.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
goodness.
God
It's good.
damn it.
It's good to see everyone once again on this lovely Tuesday.
Yeah.
Who is Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome? Oh no, it's
Doug Dimmadome,
spreading.
owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. We should make an emote of that guy, but like also the top of the hat, and then like a one in the middle, so that people can
It's just like you can stack it. Oh,
That's
my
setting
goodness.
us up for destruction. You
Yeah,
realize
it was-
would have hats that stretch
forever.
knows how many
Hey
lines
guys,
of
why
chat.
is Taco Master craving pork chops?
Because
Conspiracy.
pork chop sandwiches.
we're not going to talk about it. This Taco Master can deal with his own freaking pork chop cravings with his own freaking goat. Yeah, I don't know. I think he was thinking goats. I don't know why. Oh, pork chops was from last night during the Sea of Thieves thing. We need Elvie in here for
we had
that.
a,
Once
we had a
we get.
separate conversation about pork chops.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
I
we
wanna
did
go.
actually. While
Yeah.
you guys were playing Sea of Thieves, we were talking about.
You did?
Yes.
That's
It's
weird because we had
psychic
a
link.
we had pork chop thing.
What?
We had pork chop discussions on Sea of Thieves, and you guys weren't there.
Yeah, we weren't like.
Yeah, I
That's-
was.
Yeah.
None of us were watching, as far as
I know.
so-
That's really weird. No, yeah, LV accidentally
said
LV accidentally on purpose. No, she was accident. It was an accident. She had caught a pig, and then we had kept it on the ship for a little bit, and it was just squealing really sadly. And then all of a sudden, it just disappeared, and it was replaced with a pork chop. We were like,
oh, no.
what happened to the pig? So for the rest of the game, we just kept, referring back to the time when you're like, remember that time when we had a pig pet and then it died and then you killed it because you didn't feed it? She was very upset because she never actually caught a pig before from the island. And she was like, I'm just going to call it Piglet. It's going to be my little
And then it
pet
turned
now.
into
And
a-
then it died.
It just
Ooh.
morphed.
Deer.
Morphed into food.
Got into a pig chrysalis and became a pork chop.
I mean, that's where pork chops come from. It's pretty much canon. Pork chops come from chrysalises from when
What was
they
that
were
one
pigs.
thing Kindred says?
I don't know. There's plenty.
Metamorphosized.
What is happening right
Metamorphosized.
now?
I don't think any of us ever know what is happening. But that's
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
That's okay. No. No.
Well, there you
Yay!
go.
We
Taco
have an Aliquin. Hold on one
Oh,
second
wow.
while
Yay.
Ooh,
I was
perfect.
just about to text
We
him.
stalled for time.
we stalled for
Oh, yeah.
time. Yeah, it's totally what we were doing on purpose.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way,
Yay! Woo, 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 woo,
Aliquin,
woo, woo.
screen name.
yes.
It's gone. It's fine.
Yeah,
Well,
only we can see it.
Yeah,
anyways.
only you guys can see it.
Oh yeah, you had shut it off. I forgot.
So no more Mr. Teacher Man. Well, anyway, hello Dakota. Thank you
Hello.
for tuning in. Taco Man Goat convo aside, how is everyone is doing? Dandy. We're ready for. We were gonna do this thing where we're gonna do hot chocolate and hot cocoa, but so we have mugs. Some of us have mugs. Yay! And some of us are in.
I was not informed.
It was
Yeah,
in
but
the.
there
It was
were
in the
guys.
Discord. It was in the
What the
Discord.
hell?
I put it in
Ours.
last
we
night.
put it in last night.
Unlikely story.
I tagged everyone.
Confirm.
Hey,
Yeah,
if you,
and we
give me
tagged her.
5 minutes, I'll go make hot cocoa.
No. It's fine. We are getting
Mine's
started.
actually getting ready, so
Ah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't even
good
have
day.
hot chocolate. I don't even have hot
I don't
chocolate.
either.
It's okay.
Yeah, this is tea, but it has like cinnamon and cardamom and nutmeg and like
Who-
clove and stuff.
This
Can
has
I-
this has liquid in it, so I'm just gonna go with that.
a little bit
Where
of
can I
me what it
Uber
says.
Eats to get hot chocolate?
Uber Eats
delivered?
I've got. Oh, look, even Taco Master has his mug ready to go. So supportive.
Yeah.
All right. You didn't even know it was gonna be a real thing. Apparently, yesterday was the day for mind melding. We just got bits and pieces of conversations, and we weren't even involved in them. So that was pretty amazing. But to get started, because we have plenty of adventuring to do, we're gonna go ahead and get started with our little intro there, and we will be back in a moment.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Green.
That's okay. That happens. We'll figure it out. It's dark in here.
I'll just read lips. Ask me.
I can't hear you.
No.
Charades. Let's do charades.
No. Well,
Hey, Elliot. Yeah.
Oh.
Exit. Come back in.
Jeez.
I'm
What a
done
mess.
with all of you.
We are such a mess.
He's
There
going.
are no rails.
There
I
are no
know why
rails.
he's
When
laughing
are
too.
when are there ever rails? So that's the thing. It's like we say there's no rails, but then there are never rails on here.
That just got me. I don't know why.
It's okay. That's fine. All right.
Getting rails?
All
I
right.
was like,
Yeah. Alrighty. So last time on Game of Santos,
Oh, yeah.
we
I'm gonna kill him.
it's okay. I can kill him and everybody else. And then
Are you
just
able to like
pick
force
out
me?
Put me
yes.
out of my
For-
fucking misery.
just pick people up. The gods will just pick certain people and then leave the rest to die. It'll be the
Alright.
if we die, Carp dies.
watch. Is that a challenge? Okay, so last time we left off this God's forsaken journey that we're on. The party, the Brigade of 8, had there's Alec Gwen. Had apparently taken the city of Silvery Moon. Now, oh, yay! We can hear you now.
Yay.
Yeah, we are.
Aaron, I'm gonna kill him.
We're good. No, I'm not even looking. Not even looking. Oh, Emo, thanks for the gift sub. Hey, hold my hand through the door. You're the best. You're the best. Despite all of our
Like no one ever was.
shenanigans, you are a gem amongst a sea of pennies.
The
or
diamond
something.
and the rough.
Okay, so the party had split. Half of some of you had gone up to the north to find the rally point that the Thayans had been using, hoping to get there in time to prevent them from calling in reinforcements to retake the city of Silvery Moon. Meanwhile, the rest of those who had stayed behind within the city had delved deep into the vault of sages, deep in the underground sections, the catacombs and dungeons, if you will, where some strange experiments had been going on. And now had discovered the ancient elven artifact known as a mythal that had been programmed, as it were, to prevent divination magic from being cast within the city limits. Are you raising your hand for a reason?
Continue up. Okay.
Okay. During that time, you guys had found a couple of new allies. Amaranth had been defeated after the explosion of the warship there had nearly incinerated Renan and Galil. As you guys had, I was going to say Aliquin, but that was because you were playing both of them at the same time. And that was a mind trip in itself. But now you have returned to the city of Silvery Moon. Everyone has been able to gather together once again. Some of you going to bed exhausted from an evening of just high levels of stress, and had left Aliquin, Kindred, Renan, and Galil, as Kindred and Aliquin had been doing some late night reading and studying. Galil had come over to them, kind of been telling them about the events of the day, and in that process had suddenly started to see some rather strange apparitions around his closest allies. And that is about where we left off. So, as Galil, you have started to see all this mess. Go ahead, Renan. You have been waiting so patiently.
Would Renan know what a mythal is?
No.
Make a history check.
No.
Whoa.
That's a good start. Let's see what my bonus.
Your bone is.
Well, Kindred's dead for the rest of the evening.
That is a 24.
Noise.
24. You
I heard it too. Sorry.
you are unaware of what though these particulars are. Your society does have some rather large, powerful, magical artifacts that will probably be somewhat in a similar vein, but not these specifically because they are specific, I
Different
suppose.
worlds?
Yeah, to this world.
Yeah. But I would be able to surmise
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially
sense.
coming from a highly magical realm that you are from.
Yep.
So, Galil, you just saw these things on Aliquin and Kindred, and then the vision starts to fade and they become their normal selves once again.
What is wrong with you?
You don't know.
That's why I'm asking what's wrong. Can I feel his forehead? Is he hot?
Make a medicine check.
Go get an egg.
Sana, Joanna.
Yep. all
Are,
of
are you
that.
are you seeing things again?
You didn't see that?
I look at
Kindred.
Alaquin. No. Dirty 20. Wait, no, medicine. 13.
Just add 7 to it. That's fine.
That is a big difference. First off.
I was looking at my wrong bonus.
You like feel his forehead for a moment, and he does feel warm, but nothing that would seem to indicate any sort of fever.
Maybe I just need some rest.
Yeah, we've all had a long day. You just get something to eat, take some rest, and see if you feel better in the morning.
Okay.
But before you go, are you going to finish that?
You just told me to eat something.
I'm just checking to make sure you were listening.
A likely story, wizard.
I look at Renan. Do I notice anything?
Looking at Renan closely, it looks normal for the moment. Your brain seems to have calmed itself. Your heartbeat returning to normal.
The bad trip is over.
I think it's from hanging out with the fucking elves today. I'm gonna just go sleep. I get up and walk off.
Well, you're not an elf anymore, so I don't think he was talking about you.
Well, I was
Oh,
one for
oh.
300 years, so
Uh,
it's hard to just stop.
Hmm.
As I look over my shoulder and cast minor image and make an elf appear right in front of Galil.
you're so rude.
And I just walk through.
Okay.
Yeah, he's tired.
I wonder what he saw.
Mm.
Well, I heard that your day was eventful.
2 hours? Yeah.
With
Eh.
all these black
Yeah.
smoky kobold things.
Hmm.
And we found the mithril. I just couldn't get near it to inspect it how I'd wished I could have.
Yeah, don't touch the rings on there. You can't see them now, but
Instant
there's
death.
there's rings you can't see. When you touch it, you'll see them.
No, they were on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Oh well, they just lit up. Like little flashing. Don't touch me lights.
Mhm.
Don't touch me lights. I like those.
Stop. Don't touch me.
I see the mythal has a no-no square. I understand.
It's more like a circle, but yeah.
Yes, circle.
Mm-hmm. Oh God. I love that all of that rhymed.
Who said that?
God. It's the voice of God.
Are you
All
worried
right.
about it? It's me,
You hear
Margaret.
Sandra's voice on the wind. I love all of that rhymed.
Okay. Anybody else want to throw it in there to finish the verse off? Oh my God.
Well, it has been a long day. I think I will turn in as well. Good night.
Where are you sleeping, by the way, in case shit happens?
I'm Elvin. I don't sleep.
Where are you meditating?
I figured I'd go to the roof, stay in the wind.
That roof? That building?
Yes.
Okay. Just so we know, I'm gonna head back to my old room if there's anything left. Probably here in just a few minutes. I just gotta finish up this last text.
And I'm gonna go find a nice perch.
Go drop an egg.
How can I still hear him?
It's weird. Okay. So Renan, you go up to the roof where the wind still kind of blows nice and chilly and refreshing. Not nearly as cold as the strange cold front, chill front that had come through with Winoth's presence. Now the air feels more natural and there is not that looming presence that you had been feeling since your arrival here. It feels like spring. So then Kindred and Alcuin, you guys just finish up a little more studying before you go to bed.
Yeah. I keep on like in my text, I keep on drawing little circles. I put in little runes down and like just scratch them out and then go to the next page and just repeat over and over.
Okay.
Go through a lot of paper like that.
I honestly have never seen the last page to this book. So
Really?
I mean I don't really think it, just
That's
for a
your
lot of
big,
stuff.
your big book, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to get better at a few things. But do you need anything else? Because I'm probably gonna head upstairs also here in a second.
No, I'll walk with you.
All right, I'm gonna keep Vilak down here, and if anything happens, he's gonna let me know.
Okay. And same thing. I have the wards downstairs for the two.
You see the little claws of Vlak as he starts to peek up his head from the side of the table, looking across at you. Just his little beady imp eyes, kind of narrow, and then he just kind of like, just as quickly as he goes up, he just kind of still goes back down again.
He does such a good job.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna check on one thing. And with that, I'll close my book and put stuff away. And I'm gonna look for one of the higher ups with the wizards of the
Evermore?
Evermore. Yeah.
Okay.
And just kind of look for someone that I think is for sure with them. Maybe like not the leader per se, but just kind of someone with authority-ish.
Okay. So you asking around, you're able to find some of the members of the Circle of Accord, some of the others that are in that same circle as Ko. You find Pafira, she's a wood elf woman. And she seems to be discussing some things. She still seems to be up. She's usually the one kind of with the night shift duty of giving out orders and instructions to the comings and goings.
I spot her, and then I just message her from across the way, like, "Are you busy? Do I have a moment?" And then when she turns around to look, I'll kind of like wave my hand, like, "It's me."
It's me over here.
The signal.
She looks around the moment when your voice goes in her head at first, and she just kind of like, when she sees you, she just kind of looks around again then walks cautiously towards you.
As I just walk normally to her. That was me.
You could have come over, you know.
I know, but it's like I don't want to yell across because people sleeping.
Well, you could also just. It's fine. How may I help you?
So I was one of the ones downstairs. We found the mythal, by the way, and currently 2 of yours are down there on guard duty for now.
Right.
I just want to make sure there's plan in place to relieve them or get to them if they let us know something's up.
Of course. I believe Vandred.
I pull my knife out.
Ah! Murder cat. Vandred and Yorick are down there now, right?
Yes.
I think in a couple of hours I was gonna send someone else to take a look, make sure that they were all right. But I mean, they have means of sending messages up this way if anything goes sour.
I know. I just, for peace of my mind, I wanted to make sure. We
They
saw
should-
some weird you evil magic down there. Then so it's better safe than sorry.
Of course, I understand.
But I'm gonna be sleeping in the. Are we third floor, second floor?
Third floor.
Okay, I'll be in the third floor in one of the rooms. My name's Kindred. If you need assistance with anything, I kind of set some wards down there as well. Just let me know. And for God's sakes, whatever you do, don't touch the circles on the ground. Instant death.
Right. I wouldn't worry about it. We're not the kind to stop meddling with ancient magics or whatnot, but you know, we do have some of those of a more learned kind. We can have them go down there and take a look. Maybe they might be able to help you find stuff while you are resting up.
Okay.
You
I
know,
just wanted to make sure before I turn in for the night. But if you kind of know the situation, I'll leave it in your hands for the night.
we will do what we can. You get some rest.
Good night.
Good night.
And I go to bed.
Alaquin, you head up to bed as well. Kubi.
Yeah. Do I see Kindred in the hall before we actually get up to the third floor?
I mean, yeah, I would imagine as you're gathering your stuff, you see Kindred like having a little discussion there with Pafira. Yeah, Pafira.
How does it feel to be able to sleep now? Now that you're no longer an elf. That must be a weird sensation.
It is like just the difference in feeling your body get tired and have to just go out for a while versus just that constant awake but just calm is, I want to say for the most part I got used to, but it's still strange at times. I have a feeling tonight's not going to be strange because I am tired.
But I guess it must feel good to not be constantly awake. You know, you can actually stop today, and then start tomorrow. I guess you can't do that when you're constantly awake.
But then I lose out on all that studying and reading.
Meh. I guess you can be more like me. Actually, take a nap and relax without, stressing too much.
What?
Are you okay?
I did a thing there.
Your face is drooping. Are you fine?
Get a doctor, quick.
No, well, not it.
Not it.
I guess that's why the arcane was perfect for me as an elf. It just so much studying I could do. It was never enough. I wanted it all. But
all right, well,
this is your room. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. If you need me, just holler.
Same thing. Good night.
You trudge like that sleepy child that doesn't want to go to bed but is going to bed, just like dragging everything, dragging your blankie behind you as you're like, I don't want to go to sleep. Closing the door to your room, Kindred, you see the darkness around you and you're just kind of like, so much has transpired in the last 48 hours. You collapse and pass the F out.
Yes.
So all of you can take a long rest, as I'm sure some of you already have, but officially. Let's see here. All right, so come next morning, you guys awaken,
But we were
and
supposed to do that behind closed doors.
you awaken and start getting together, meeting downstairs for breakfast as everybody one by one eventually gets down there. Once again, that you can see now that in the course of the last couple of days, now that the Wizards of Evermore have finished setting up their little area there within the open halls of the entrance of the Vault of Sages, it has now begun to take on a more natural appearance. You can see where it seems like some liberties have been taken into the redecorating of the area, as there are now some sections of wall that now have lines that grow up and seem to be bearing, it looks like fruits. You can see that just outside the walkway, some more areas have been tilled and already looks like they are growing vegetables and things, as if the commune now has kind of started to retake it along with nature. It is a very peaceful, inviting space. It still has a very campground atmosphere, as a lot of these tents that are the various different kinds of leathers and animal furs that are used to cover and make these tents and small habitats. It's not like they are made for sheltering from the elements, but they are comfortable to give everybody their privacy there, as they are kind of given their little spaces. You can see some of the knights intermingling there with the wizards, as they seem to be going out in small groups back out into the city. There is just a general air of reassurance and maybe a little bit of security now. But you guys are find the quote unquote soup line, as yet another little morning meals are being prepared in a very little buffet line kind of style. You can see that they're kind of form up, and the little plates handed over, all the little plates handed over, and they have whatever you desire for breakfast, be it classic eggs and bacon down to vegetable
Nachos.
medleys and
Waffles?
Nachos?
there are some breads that have been prepared, not exactly waffles in shape or description, but probably
Boiled tubers and cabbage.
So nachos.
So this world is not nearly as refined and dignified as Rodian, I understand.
no
They
waffles
still don't have nachos here.
and no nachos.
God damn it.
That you said that there was coming nachos here.
You
Kindred.
said whatever we... Well, I mean, look around. It's not the elves. It's...
Right.
You can see one of the elves that's holding a plate of mashed oats is just looking at you and just moves.
Mashed oats. Oh.
Morning.
What else?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
All right, what are you guys doing?
Galil, will you get me a plate? I'll get us a spot.
I suppose I will glide down from my perch now that it's morning.
And he's already dropped 2 dozen eggs.
It will come down with
Where,
salt.
I guess
where do
now-
you think
now-
they got him from
Now,
for
I was gonna
breakfast?
say, it's now we
Come
know where
on.
the eggs came from.
Oh.
No. Okay.
It's canon. You both said it.
Renan is now a chicken. Good job.
I know.
guys.
I do not.
Renan lays
agree with
eggs.
I
No.
did not know that chickens could fly.
Mm.
Now I know.
They can't.
Do you think that
Is that
Is
Oreo
that what
could
that
lay
noise
some
was
eggs
this
as
morning
well?
on the roof that woke us up?
Renan's sitting on the roof going, rock,
Shut up, Renan.
throw a rock at it. All right.
Touch your spot.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, what are you guys doing?
Making sure we don't touch the eggs.
Oh, God.
And then,
I will stand in line.
Can I get an omelet?
Thunder.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Omelet.
omelet.
But once I've gone through one line, I'm gonna go wait in the other one as well, because not only do I want the meats and the eggs, but I want the vegetables too.
Sure. I mean, they're all in one line. There's not like there's
Oh, I
like
see.
they're not causing
It's
a
like
division.
Luby's.
Yeah, there's not a division between vegetarians and everybody else. It's all one. But you just it is kind of very like Luby's-esque. There is a bunch of little plates, and it is very.
Do you have a gluten-free menu?
There's like a potluck, and they tell all the Karens to get the F out.
Yes.
I go grab a cup of water and I go over to Galil and say, "Hey, Galil, do your thing. Do the water." Kind of like swish it.
That thing.
Swish it.
Swish, swish.
I grab it angrily from him.
It's been a rough night, okay?
And give it back. I'm joking. No, I breathe into it.
You bring the water back, and it looks
It's a
like a
mimosa now.
fine. It just turns it into wine, not any
That is
alcoholic beverages you want. I want a margarita.
Oh, God.
That'd be a cool power.
Do the thing.
Do the thing. Do the thing.
Endless mimosas.
Oh
There
my
you go.
God.
This is why he's on our party.
It's like sangria. We just need some fruit.
Yeah,
good idea.
I guess technically it would be kind of like a sangria in the morning.
Mhm.
All right, what are you guys doing?
Making Bloody Mary at the moment, but yeah.
Okay.
How many
Oh,
times
yeah,
did you
yeah.
already say it in the mirror?
Um,
Mary,
I'm gonna
Mary.
go and try
It didn't
to
work.
claim some spots for us
Sure.
to all sit
I got
together.
it over here, guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Tinker's
he'd gone.
already on it.
Yeah, you'd already got it.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
getting food.
Wait. Soul, it's Wednesday. You're not wearing pink.
Oh my God.
Let's see. Who
Can't
could I shapeshift into?
A flamingo.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Come sit down. Sit down. It's an elf thing.
You can't sit with
Oh
us.
no. It's an elf thing. Elves are mean girls now.
I mean,
We are.
They have the attitude for it.
Mhm.
Do they have toaster strudels here?
You said anything we wanted for breakfast.
You know what they do have is
You
really
did.
good pie.
Pizza for breakfast. It's
Hmm.
bagel bites.
I'm so good right now.
So how'd
Oh
you-
my
Oh
God.
gosh, I'm
How'd you
starving
sleep,
right
Soul?
I slept a great, amazingly. This was the first time that I think I could relax in a very long time, and as myself and not as a cat.
I
Yeah,
feel
but-
you. I don't
yeah.
even think I put the blankets on. I just fell on the bed.
I slept on a roof, or stayed on a roof.
Was that,
That
you
was-
this morning making that noise? Kidding.
No, but I did shoot the rooster.
Oh,
So there's chicken for breakfast. Where's it at?
Didn't
I
look.
look
Should've
for
seen
Galil
it.
in line. Galil, give me the chicken.
That's quail.
That's fine.
Bill, that's fancy.
I think we should plan about
How's that
getting
fancy
down
dish?
to the nitty gritty.
I
Hmm.
walk up to everybody.
Ordering.
Yeah, what Saunders said.
Morning, Iskra.
Still sipping my
Morning.
wine.
Has anyone seen Captain Ellie or her kids?
Right.
Grandkids?
We talked to them not to them, but we heard that they were doing fine as far as we last heard from one of the wizards. They're working on the airship. According to Aelin, it took some damage, but not completely destroyed.
I come back with the food. I
What
got
did you
you
all?
this. Here.
Thank you.
What did you all do yesterday? When we found, we found the Mytho.
Oh yeah. Where were y'all? I was waiting for y'all we thought you were going to come, but Amaranth blew up.
What?
And, Oh,
I
yeah.
stopped drinking my wine. What now?
But they told us last night, remember?
I went to
oh, yeah.
bed.
Oh, yeah, you went to bed. Aliquin. You know, we were tired. I'll give you that.
Amaranth is taken care of.
No, she's not.
No,
She
turns
can't
out that she was
die.
a lich.
How did she blow up?
And I pull out my healing kit. Wow, I can't speak today. Open it up into the burnt up, blasted Amaranth's body. That's fit in there.
So you
But
didn't.
And I
Disgusting.
pull out like a little vial of whatever I collected from it.
Also really disgusting.
Well,
I-
this
Why do you
can-
need
Make a
that?
grossed out
Because
face.
with this, I can scry on her and she can't stop me.
Ugh,
I'm trying to like shield my food so none
old
of
lady
it like,
dust.
gets on
Oh
my plate.
no. So no staff, I don't see.
Just don't place that next to this spice table.
It was a really big explosion, so
So then maybe
It-
it gives us about more than one day before she returns back to her body or a body.
which we do
Just a
not
day.
know where.
But how's the portal? Y'all
Right.
able to take it down?
Yeah.
Well,
Well.
certainly broken beyond most repair.
That's good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And the place where the portal was is structurally unsound. No.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I wish we could say that we got a lot done on the Mythal, but we didn't.
Finding
thing
it
is
at
that
all
we
was
found it.
quite a discovery, though,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
There-
But we really can't do anything with it, though. I mean, we still have to figure out how to deactivate it or move it or destroy it.
Some of the druids said that they may be able to help, so I
Well,
feel confident in that.
I can try a few things. I just didn't want to experiment when we had innocent bystanders there, all because it's a small room, and I just
Mhm.
And by
Wanna-
ourselves, no, I'm good.
yeah, I
I
didn't.
Who
wanna-
knows
could,
how big of an
uh,
explosion that to be?
Citywide?
I could summon more goats if
Right.
need be if you want to destroy it.
No.
I don't want to see a goat go through that.
No.
Yeah, I don't want to see anything go through that.
Go through what?
I pick up some dust and just that.
We lost a woman who was
I
helping
cover my
us.
drink.
Oh no!
I did it away from us.
The wind blows.
It lands on
like,
that
into my
elf that was
oatmeal.
eating
Oh,
the
the wind blows it back. Everybody's food is now covered in dust.
Ah, damn it, Kindred.
Why do you guys collect dead people? I do not understand.
Because
Are you
it
going to
lets
throw
me-
her into the river or bury
It
her?
Actually,
Let's-
I actually don't have any on me right now. Thank you, Soul.
It lets me scry on her, and she can't stop me from doing so.
Oh, because it's a part of her.
Yes.
Your
That
dead
makes
friend?
sense.
Well, a lich.
Oh, I thought we were talking about that your person that turned to ash.
No, she's down there scattered.
Your soup looks delicious now.
Yeah, I don't think I'm hungry anymore.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm
Um,
just eating and feeding Oreo.
I'm
I
still
wouldn't
eating
mind-
my omelet.
Yeah. If it's okay, I mean, I could finish your plate if you're not going to eat it.
She already tried
hand
to
it
blow
over,
me
like,
to
slide it over to Soul.
smithereens. I won't let her stop me from eating too.
And I grab a small handful and toss it at Renan's food.
No. I think we need to put that away.
It's a little urn.
Do you do that?
Under the table.
I was going to say,
No.
if we
Yeah.
have that done, then perhaps it would be good to make sure that Silvery Moon has a leader, a mayor, perhaps. If they're going to get back on their feet after this battle, we need to ensure that they're going to be okay. They don't lose their defenses again.
And it would be nice to get the Fang up and running.
Mm.
Do we want to get involved in a city's politics?
Perhaps.
No, we have
No?
way more stuff to do than that.
Speaking of which, Khalil, are you ready to talk about what you saw last night? I know you were tired last night, but are you awake now?
Wait, you saw something other than apparently Amaranth exploding?
That's- Okay, so first off, before I got back, I had visions of of not even Amaranth. I just saw a lot of explosions.
Mhm.
I even saw Silvery Moon explode.
Mhm.
But the next thing I know, it was perfectly fine.
Hmm.
And then when I got back last night, I started seeing Eloquent and Kindred age before me and then them dying.
This curse.
Dying
Mortal
like
body.
explosion or
Like how one would actually find you dead right in front of me. But your body's like aged rapidly and then next thing I know you're back to normal.
Well, what does your visions mean? Are they just like the ones you see when you sleep, or
When I had visions, I had a direct line to Carp as well.
I see.
And I think he's able to see it too. I'm not entirely sure.
Maybe it would be best for us to try to head back to Atet then.
I would very much like to go back to.
We need to find a teleportation circle so that way we can do that.
If you don't mind my asking, I'm not familiar with your world. Atet?
So,
Atet is where I met everyone here.
So Atet is a person, place, and thing. She's a proper noun. But she was someone, and thanks to her courage and bravery and sacrifice, she is now the core and power source of our own mythal that powers a floating city that we've turned into a home base, if you will.
The
Floating
city talks.
Oh, he froze.
City.
She does. She's a sweet lady.
Mhm.
City.
City in the clouds. I think that I can certainly get behind that.
You should meet her someday.
I'd like to see what has become of my family as well.
Well, has everyone finished breakfast? I mean, and if not, then we
No,
can go
not
see
yet.
Shoveling food. No.
Khalil, when
Well, take your time, Zol. I just was gonna say that afterwards, we can. I'll take everyone. We can at least see in the state of the teleportation circle here.
I would like to check on Aelin and Illy if we can before we go.
agree.
And I too have somebody to find and speak to. Is there a time that we'd like to meet back?
2 hours from now, we can
Sure.
just meet here.
That should be enough time.
I mean, we just
yeah.
grab lunch, and then do it. Meet back at lunch.
I'd like to stick with majority of everyone so that we don't split up again and then have to fight someone who ends up blowing up.
So buddy system, pick your buddy right now.
I kind of like tap Biscuit's shoulder.
I
sitting
nod
next
and
to me.
smile.
Khalil, before we all go, when I was in the monastery, there were masters who had a similar gift to what you have. They use incense to put their minds into a state like this. Don't fight it. let yourself go inside of these visions. It may help you. If you need anyone, know that I am here. We are all here for you.
Well, I am off to speak with Overath, one of the leaders of the mages. Would anyone like to accompany me?
I will go.
Thank you, Sonder.
I'll tap his shoulder.
Okay, so what the fuck am I? Just raising my hand for nothing? No.
All right. So we have Renan, who's going to Oberoth. Who is going with you? Sonder, Galil.
So, you're going?
I will join as well. Okay.
All right. Alcuin and Iskra, what are you guys doing?
Take a sip of wine.
No, just
Relax
asking.
day.
You don't. I mean, you can
Self-care
just relax.
day.
So what are you doing today?
Well, like I said, I wanted to look for Illy and
Oh yes.
Okay.
and Aelin, but talking to one of these leaders of this resistance here might make sense too. So if they don't mind us all running around in a pack, then maybe it's good to hear what they have to say too.
Sure, yeah. But I can just tag along with you if that's okay.
Of course.
Alrighty. So
Was everybody going to talk to Overath?
Wait, so do we... Where's the bus boy? Do we put our own plates or do we leave them here?
I take my glass with me.
nope.
You
I
shake it at Galileo again, like it's not gonna refill itself.
I look at Soul to see if he's done.
You see that there is a place where everybody seems to be bringing their plates and things. It's not a restaurant. It is very much a community effort.
Soul will speed it up once he sees everyone else is done eating. Then he's like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, Santos
No,
going to take some
Take your
plates.
time. Take your time. And I'll ritual cast floating disc.
I'm gonna run over to where everyone's washing and use shape water to wash the dishes.
Okay.
Aw.
Yes.
Say, if you'll wait, just wait, and you don't have to make so many trips.
Oh, he was gonna go help them wash dishes, like period.
Yeah,
Like he was
yeah,
gonna-
just- Oh,
where they're like cleaning
Gotcha.
stuff off.
Gotcha.
While waiting for Soul, I'm going to walk up to one of the people who is washing or doing things
Things.
and ask them if they have any broken plates or stuff like that.
Well,
Oh, I was like, Valak?
can't say that we got anything broken at the
What are you doing
moment. We
upstairs?
generally use like, wood stuff and things we can shape or whatever, but I appreciate the offer. If we come up with anything that needs mending, and you happen to be close by, then for sure I will do what, bring you over for a spell.
It would be my pleasure.
Oops. No.
But
Soul has a drink and then smashes on the ground. Another.
I'm done.
We're not just sitting here.
Just kidding.
Just goes over and starts casting mending on the cup.
one
God.
piece at a time. All right. So, we'll say that over the next like 20 minutes or so, as everybody kind of finishes up and gathers themselves together. Go
So
ahead.
my floating disc, and I'll just go down the table with mage hand, putting dirty plates on it until I get to the washing area.
Wow, utility for a 500-pound disc. I love it.
I think it's like 2,000, isn't it?
Is it?
Oh well.
I think I remember it as a lot,
Yeah.
but no,
500.
I think.
Could you smash a
Um,
cup and
while-
then
while
make
I'm
the individual
fixing-
pieces into other cups?
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
is it still the same cup?
Oh yeah, 500
Mending.
pounds. I mean, it's all plates and
Um,
dishes, so we're good.
Oh wow.
That's still a lot of plates and dishes.
Yeah. While I'm fixing the cup, I would like to do a performance check for singing a song in Celestial.
Ooh, sure, go for it.
Does it make everyone's eyes like burn out and like?
Yes,
We're-
Raiders of the Lost Arks,
Yeah.
everybody. The end,
Everyone
campaign
has to make will
over.
saves now.
And here's the
It
chorus.
just sounds like the loud trumpet to exclaim the end of the
Yeah.
end of the world.
So,
I love this song.
if you need, do you need to know my number or just what I rolled?
What's your roll?
Nat 20.
And okay, what's the total?
23.
23? Okay.
We all take radiant damage.
I just
No.
sizzle and burn.
No, but it's a very, like, are you singing this kind of like to yourself or like loudly enough for everyone
Loudly
to hear?
enough for everyone around me to hear, at least.
But you're not like
I'm not standing on a
projecting,
table
right,
projecting. No.
Yeah, but you're just singing to yourself as you're doing stuff. It's a very beautiful melody of which Galil understands parts of it.
I understand parts of it.
Celestial.
I understand book.
Oh, so you might get of that. You might grab a word or two. It's like
listening to a
he said
Spanish
and
song.
He said
He
and
said
there,
and.
and then he said and there.
Love.
Love.
I would understand it
Great.
as well.
Okay, cool. Very nice. What do you have? Is there anything particular this song is about, or is it just?
Yeah, because I'm gonna ask you later. I'll be like, what's going on?
It was a lament of Ruvian.
Lament of Ribbon.
Ruvian.
Ribbon?
Ribbon, definitely. Not
Ribbon?
like silver flowing ribbon. Yeah.
Oh, I love this song.
Ribbon.
Dancer.
Dancer for money. Know what you want me.
20, 20,
Who's
20.
who's Ruben?
God damn it.
We can't have anything.
No,
No.
nothing nice. Nothing nice. All right. So yeah, we'll say that over the next like 20, 25 minutes or so, as you guys
Are
gather,
you done yet?
as you gather your stuff together, you're ready to move to your next destination. Let's see, Iskra and Eloquent, you said you're gonna go look for
Dalen.
word of Aelin and the rest.
Yeah. And so I wanna look for those two, and then I also want to keep my eye open to see if it looks like I can see anyone who's supervising the Fang reconstruction.
Okay. I mean, as far as the latter bit, you would really just need to look outside the window a window that faces into the inner courtyard, and you can see that there are a handful of people that look like they are in the process of like reconstructing various parts of the wood. You can see that there is some activity out there. There's a couple of little tents and that are more like, well, I guess they're more like almost like little gazebo style tents where it's just like you can see that there are people working with tables, workshop tables. You can see occasional little spurts of magic going off here and there as bits and pieces seem to be in the process of being constructed, melded, and stuff for the reconstruction of the airship.
So I, look down at all of that going on and turn back towards Aliquin. I go, well, it looks like they're working on the Fang down there. If someone might know where Illy is, maybe it's somebody who's working on an airship.
Sounds like a good idea. Yeah.
And I start heading that direction.
Okay. Alrighty. So, then you go outside to the main courtyard, whereas everybody else, you, Vernon, are looking for Obroth, right? Go ahead and we'll just do a charisma check. You're kind of asking around.
I need to stop putting these dice back in this box. It's so difficult to get them out. Whoop. It's a regular charisma.
Mhm.
That is a 19.
After about 5 minutes of asking around, no one seems to have seen Obroth, and finally you get one of the wizards is like, yeah, I think they went out to the cemetery here on the south bank. They said something about, they had some people to lay to rest. There's been a few of those deaths recently, and I think they were trying to finish some services.
All right, then I will head to the cemetery.
Okay. So then it's the U5, right, that are going over there?
Yep.
All right, so you guys head out to the cemetery, which is on the, if the Vault of Sages is on this side of the south bank, the cemetery is on the opposite side. So it's just probably about a nice 15-minute walk or so through the south bank.
Any good scenery?
Well, if you look this way, this is an old statue of. Actually, I forget what his name. We always just made fun of this goofy face because it was chiseled wrong. Look at it.
Worst tour guide ever.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can use mending to fix that.
Oh, trust me, we tried, but we got in trouble.
What did he actually look like that?
That was just his
I
face.
don't know. This was one of the founders of the college initially. And yeah, one time we even tried to use mending just to see if we could actually fix it, because we're like, there's no way he looked like that, and we got in trouble because we got caught. We had to serve detention.
They did that thing with that portrait of Jesus at that church where that lady tried to fix it and made it look worse.
Definitely.
So yeah.
Definitely.
And so then after that, we always made fun of him because he got us in trouble.
Maybe you could use mold earth on his face. Right now.
Anyway.
Kinder's just sitting there we tried to fix it for 20 years.
All right. So, in the process of walking across, this was a elven-based city. So there are elements of its construction that look similar to things that you have seen from your home plane. But where there are similarities, it also looks very different. So you can see where there are the elven aesthetic of certain aspects of it that you're like, it almost looks like it, but it's just enough of that familiarity to bring almost that uncanniness, oh, that's so weird. We kind of have that, but it just deviates a little. But you see some rather nice looking buildings. A lot of them, however, look like they haven't been inhabited in quite some time. Judging by the look that you have seen from the outside the Vault of Sages, it did seem like the Thayans had favored the library and its immediate environs over the rest of the South Bank. You can see that there are sections where defenses were made, small walls and stuff, that barricades and such that could be fortified, but they're all facing towards they're all facing away from the Vault of Sages. So as if whatever was on this outer side hadn't really been given much attention and was, they figured if any attack was going to be coming, it would be coming from that other direction. There are various buildings that look not nearly as large as the Vault of Sages, but there are some rather impressive structures that Kindred tells you is some of the other sections of school. One specialized more towards those who were adept sorcerers. Another was more for those with there's a small, it's not even small, it's a rather large tree. There's a grove that was revered by the druids that inhabited the city as a holy place. But you just pass your way, and it just It is very nice, but it is very clear that they kept to that one section, and the rest they kind of either boarded up or just kind of abandoned for the last 9 months, and it kind of shows.
The elves of your world were adept craftsmen, I can see.
It's a shame that the Thans just disregarded it all so easily.
Perhaps one day it will see a return to the beauty of the past.
Let's hope you're right. No, let's go this way.
All right. As you guys navigate your way in that direction, Aliquid and Iskra, you guys going outside into the courtyard. You can see that there are a few craftsmen that seem to be, cutting, shaping, and smoothing out wood using various tools, magics, and everything in between. You can see that the small goblin woman, Jinda, that had been put kind of in charge of working with this, is working alongside a rather tall, furry bugbear that they both seem to be going over like notes of different sketches and things on how to best fix the hole that is on the side of this airship that was torn open by the body of the dragon, which is now, you can see, pretty much gone. You can see the impact of the area where the battle took place, and even the ground itself seems kind of torn and darkened, but much of what was once Winoth has been reused and moved about to where his passing doesn't seem to be much more than the broken grab. So, Jinda turns at your approach.
Oh, yes. How can I help you?
How are the repairs coming?
Not bad, not bad. There are not too many of us who know how to much of this work, so we're going by a lot of the notes that we're able to have found scattered amongst the knowledge here in the school. But it's not too difficult. This requires just a bit of constructive thinking, I suppose.
And does it look like she's doing a good job? Like with the repairs and everything?
Yeah, a lot of the giant hole you can see has now been replaced, where several of the old sections of timbers have been torn out completely, to where now they just need to cut the pieces and just kind of put them back. New ribbing has been already installed so that the planks themselves along the side can be put into place. So that aspect, the physical aspect itself, doesn't seem to be too far off.
It's just mud polished on.
They just put some mud and then just cake it over and dry
With
it.
staples.
Just
and
painted flames on the side.
Oh god.
Flaming bunnies.
Flaming
They'll fly, I
bunnies.
swear.
Hot rod flames. Bunnies. Hot rod flames.
Yes, you know.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
All right. It's how can I help you?
Wouldn't have happened to have seen a woman about your height, smokes a lot, has 2 little kids, and she's an airship captain. I thought maybe she would be around here helping you out.
She's extremely polite too.
She kind of considers for a moment. She looks up at the bugbear that's standing next to her.
Yeah, what?
Do you know who they might be talking about?
What do you say? What'd you say, sweetheart? Down there?
I said, do you know who they might be talking about?
Who are they talking about?
Sorry, forgive him. He's...
I'm gonna jet back down. Or, I mean, Grove is going to jet back down.
Okay. Well,
hello. How can I help?
They were looking for some woman who smokes a lot with children about. That doesn't sound very nice.
I kind of like hunch my back over like this to like imitate her, like how she looks a little bit.
She's an airship pilot. Ours.
Have I seen her?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you saw her before you jumped out of the airship. Could fly, she was the one who flew the reclaimer on your mission.
Well, yeah, she's a little one, but she's a little feisty old lady, right?
That
Yeah, that's
sounds
her.
like her.
And she smokes a stick.
Yeah,
Smells
that's
bad.
definitely Illy.
All right, yeah, I seen her. Let's see. Yeah, last I saw her, she was flying the reclaimer.
Okay, great.
But
So where did it wind up? Did she park somewhere?
You know that it is outside the city, about 2 miles to the northeast,
Ooh.
parked in a grove.
Well, if you're okay with walking, it's northeast of the city, in a grove. Real nice place. But she wanted to take the kids somewhere safe.
And that's you have sent some people to go and help with repairs. Most of the other artificers and those of those who are construction minded have kind of stayed to help with the Fang, as it is the biggest and deemed kind of the more pressing, trying to fix that up in case, because it is very valuable as far as defensive wise. So you guys have focused most of your attention on the Fang itself. But you do know that there are some people out there helping.
Anything else I can help you lovelies with?
Do you think this is gonna be fixed up pretty soon?
What you thinking? We've got the ribbing down. We just gotta patch up the exterior a little bit more. Probably no more than a week, I imagine.
Sounds about right. We
Yeah.
still have to figure out how all the internals work and stuff. The command center got a little jumbled with webbing.
Spiders or some kind of. They must have had some kind of infestation. Strangest thing.
But we're working on it as best as we can. We have our top minds.
And she pats Gruff on the side of his thigh.
Oh well, you're the best mind here. I'm just doing what I can.
Well, if Illy is of a mind to stick around, we could ask if she would help you out with that. Thanks
Perhaps.
for pointing us in the right direction.
Absolutely.
Good luck with
And-
all of this.
If you need anything, feel free to reach out. We'll be here.
We'll be here for a while, I suspect. Now, let's get back to work.
Yeah, let's go. Boo. Come along.
Then they go back to kind of fiddling with their construction plans and figuring out the best ways of continuing from this point on. What do you
Well,
guys do?
Al, you up for a hike?
Yeah. I kind of like look back at the ship, and I'm kind of wondering, like wondering to myself if it's like run by like what type of magic, if it's like elemental magic, if they have like an air elemental that they have to use or something. But
Actually, we do have a request. If you're able to find a fire elemental to run this thing, it seems as the machinery that kept this ship going was powered by a fire elemental. So
okay, I think I can actually take care of that for you.
fire or lightning should do the work.
Easy.
Yeah. Well, I'll see you.
All right.
All right. So then the two of you, go ahead.
I whispered to Aliquin, you can take care of that?
Yeah. It's one of the pages that I saw in my book. It's things and stuff were like things. Kind of smile.
I gotcha.
All right.
What do you think your dad would think of this? Would he be impressed or think it's primitive? I mean, using elementals instead of a magical engine?
Well, I'm not as smart as my dad. And have you actually seen his lab? Like all the metal towers and lightning and wires and pistons, and I can't do that. So the best thing I can think of is, I don't know, swear allegiance and get power overnight. You know, because that's what smart people do.
I'm pretty sure you couldn't summon Valak, though, your dad.
He probably built like a construct or something, you know. But that's my dad. You know. Speaking of dads, you know, if you ever wanted to talk to your family, you could always have Kindred send a message to them.
Yeah, I know we talked about that a little.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe once the Mythal is not acting strange and divination works, or...
Yeah.
I'm still a little concerned, honestly. I know you said the time was a little different, and so did Criterion, moving between here and there. I'm afraid if I send him a message, it could be years.
Or years have already passed.
Exactly.
Mm. It's kind of like an earth-shattering thought, you know?
Yeah, part of me thinks maybe I just shouldn't find out and focus on the now.
I think that's best, honestly. There's no reason to worry about things we can't control.
Yeah, right.
So...
Yeah, that got a little heavy, sorry.
So we're heading in what direction? Sorry.
Northeast. It's nice outside. It's still getting used to there being such an outside.
All right.
So you guys head out of the city, make your way toward the makeshift bridge that now connects the south bank to the north bank as you guys navigate towards the location that Elena and the Reclaimer should be. Meanwhile, the rest of you, as you guys approach the makeshift cemetery / memorial center that is there on the south bank of the city, you do find, after a couple of minutes of walking around, that you do see the small group of the wizards that are there. Seem to be in the middle of having a bit of a silent moment, but there in the center, you do find Obroth, as she is the tallest among all of the rest of them, being a large female gnoll.
As we get there, just, hey, Iskra. So we kind of got here a little faster than I thought, so we shouldn't be too much longer. We'll be heading back well within the 2 hours we said to meet up.
Oh, okay. We might actually be a little longer. We found out that Ilya's outside the city. I don't know how far. Hopefully not too far, but to the northeast. If you guys want us to wait.
You do you, but just remember, these things only last out to a mile.
Okay, right. Well, it's good that you checked in then. I had forgotten. So, yeah, we're gonna be the northeast. If we don't respond, we're out of range.
Be safe, please, and be careful.
Okay, we're heading towards a grove of some kind. So...
Oh, okay.
All right.
Good luck with whatever you're doing.
At present, I'm just going to kind of stay back and watch what they're doing until they finish with their kind of ceremony for the dead.
All right. Yep, they finish their little silent moment and then start filing out towards towards you guys, towards the exit of the cemetery there. Obroth sees you and recognizes you. She nods in your direction.
Lady Overall.
Renan, I believe your name was.
Indeed.
I see you have friends with you.
Yes, my companions. Ever since I got here.
Right, of course. And she kind of like points a finger at your wings and just kind of like, yes.
Understood. How may I help you?
Well, it looks like sometime soon we'll be off on our journey, and I was hoping that we might have a way to get in contact with you.
Well, there's a few possibilities. Do you require means magical, or do you need something more physically based?
Well, on the magical front, I'm no wizard, but I did bring ours.
I
Hello? I don't believe we have been introduced. I am Obroth,
like look at Renan. I'm Kindred.
part of the Circle of Accord. The Wizards of Evermore, obviously.
No, I'm actually with the. Long
No,
story
no.
short, I was in Silvery Moon.
Oberoth.
I was talking about myself.
Oh, you okay? I didn't say that then. Never mind.
It's fine, dear. I know hobgoblins are easily confused.
High in intelligence,
Fireball.
but not in wisdom.
No.
And your silent companions?
I am Sunder. Pleasure to meet you.
A pleasure is mine, Water.
My condolences for your lost ones.
They've rejoined life, as it were, back into the folds of magic and earth, the natural part of things.
What a nice sentiment. I like that.
She looks over at the tall furbolg.
I don't see too many of your kind this far west.
So Soul was a little distracted. He wasn't really paying attention because he was looking at all the stuff that's around here that he's not used to seeing. He goes, then he notices that he's being talked to. He's like, oh, yeah, hi, yes, I am Soul. It is nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
She looks over at Galil expectantly.
Hi there, I'm Khalil. I met with Cohen.
I thought your face looked familiar. That is right. So, you need means of communication back here in case you are to leave the city soon. Is my understanding this correctly?
Yes, and just in case any of you are in need of further assistance and we're no longer here.
Of course. Well, it would seem that there are some among us who... they were the ones who received a vision, I believe, or messages from a divine of some new proportions.
I turn to look at Galil.
Right.
His was the voice that told us to come with the to meet with the knights, because we are the wizards, to meet with the knights here in the city.
Confused.
Hmm.
I assume
Are you talking about Aelin?
I was about to ask, can I insight check her?
Sure.
Aelin... No, he was the young man. I believe we have met him, but it was not his voice or request that brought us here. I believe, I do not recall his name.
I got a dirty 20.
You did start with
She's
an
telling
A?
she's telling the truth.
He was a rather brilliant being of light,
Yeah.
cast both sunlight and moonbeams, it seemed. His
I'm gonna go
voice,
ahead-
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna go ahead, and in my mind, I'm just gonna be screaming out to Carp. Was it you that who sent this?
Okay. She continues.
it was his voice. A request from him that it was time for us to act. Normally, there are many voices amongst so many magic users within the commune, but for all to have received a singular vision is quite miraculous indeed.
I can only
sus-
imagine.
I suspect whoever this person is probably the one whom you and your compatriots are familiar with.
Are you aware of the prophecy?
I kind of like looked Sandra like, Shh.
Yes. There are many who are aware of this prophecy. Its
Hopefully not the
exact
bad ones.
specific of its specifics, there does seem to be some disagreements. Apparently, this prophecy that many of our seers have seen within the weave has a tendency to move and change, though elements of it have remained the same.
Sears.
We
There are
have
very, very few certainties in the flow of time.
Ah, you are a wise one indeed. There are very few things that are certain. For instance, mortality has a tendency to muck things up on occasion, especially if one dies before their time.
Too true, and something I am all too aware of.
I believe we have some of those who have a gift for speaking in long distances. I will have them speak to you, Lady Kindred, and tell you what they know to be able to send messages, if possible. I would share this information with any of you who are capable of it. The magics aren't too difficult, but they do require some specifics, I suppose.
And,
Yes, I do apologize. Most of my magics are innate enough in the power of wind.
That is.
I kind of like step closer to her, when it's like real, almost in her face, and I slip her a piece of paper.
I
Secretly,
thought you were gonna say you were gonna slit her throat. Honestly, sorry.
It did.
I
sound like you were
slit
about to
her.
say that.
It's like I'm gonna get like,
I'm gonna
I'm
get
gonna
really
like this
close,
to her,
and then it's gonna go.
Hopefully, you can get through the
Roll
first.
for sleight of hand.
Right.
So yeah, I just like hand her a piece of paper and just kind of tell her like, and in case it's absolutely necessary, you can use this as well. And it's a folded up piece of paper for the teleportation sequence for attack.
Okay.
But guard that with only people you would trust your life with. And if you do use it, ask for Kindred when you get there.
I will see what I can do if we need to use such a thing. It is unlikely, however, that many of us will be leaving the confines of the commune, and I suppose now Silver. But if need be, it's good to have.
And then I slit her throat. No.
I suppose
People-
now, I must continue I have other things to see to, as the day is just starting. If you need me, you know where to find me back at the vault. In the meantime, I will send some of my compatriots to find you this evening.
Do
As
any of
always,
your
a pleasure.
compatriots,
Oberon,
by any chance, know
Uh,
where a teleportation circle is?
Mm, there are a few of us here that are capable of casting such magic. As far as a circle built into the city itself, I'm afraid you'll probably have to ask more of the locals. I'm unfamiliar with one off the top of my head. Anything that would have been I would have imagined I would have found here, or we would have found here on the South Bank, as it was more of the magical center, but there's a possibility of there being such a place near the High Palace, perhaps on the North Bank, or near one of the other temples. I do believe we came across a few members of the local resistance that were part of the Harpers, if I am not mistaken.
there we go.
They may
What,
have something you may be able to use. But
what
if
about
not,
the missile?
Right, I was going to ask as well.
um,
I'm sure you're aware of the middle, deep below the Vault
I
of
am-
Sages.
I was indeed told that you had found the artifact. I have not myself gone to go see it, however. As it stands, I'm aware of its limitations on certain schools of magic, but as far as I'm concerned, it can stay as it is, as it protects us from sight outside, as well as it inhibits our own from within.
I think she has a good point.
It's true.
Well, it is a pleasure, Lady Obras. I'm glad to have gotten to see you again.
And you, young Renan. It is good to see all of you. Please do not hesitate to call upon me if you require anything else.
Do you
Can
know
I
what?
can I roll to see if I can figure out how old she is?
Sure. You can make
Let me
a
see.
make an
Better
insight.
reviews.
Make you can make an insight check. Make an insight check.
Inside check with disadvantage.
That's poor
As
manners.
a lady never reveals her age.
I never said I was going to ask.
Rude.
Oberon, would you know?
Advantage because you're rude.
30-20.
30-20.
Well,
Considering the fact that you've probably never seen a knoll before, it's kind of hard to guess her exact age. If you had to guess aside from like her lightly colored spots across her furred skin, she has a presence of being of a mature age, but doesn't come across as being elderly. But she kind of bows to everybody, and her and the rest, those her little entourage, kind of move past you guys and start heading down the path.
wait.
Oh,
Oh,
What's up?
Oberon, what will become of the city of Silvery? Who will take the place as its leader?
My
That
food's about to be here. I'll be right back.
okay.
that is a question that we have been pondering upon in a few of our council meetings. As it stands, most all of those who had once been in the Lord's Alliance have been slain or otherwise have been missing. It is assumed that a new such alliance would probably have to be made, as most of those are now gone and under the control of the Empire. For the moment, the Circle of Accord and the Wizards of Evermore will do our part to help our neighbor and putting itself back together.
Okay.
We will work with the knights, see what we can do, as well as those who are citizens of the city. We will hold a few meetings once things have settled down. But for now, we are doing our part to try to make sure that the city is not retaken anytime soon. Once its safety has been established, then we will move on with further thought.
That is good. Thank you.
Were you offering?
Oh no, I could never. But I just want to ensure that these people.
She just starts laughing as like she just like was. You can see now she was definitely trying to pull your leg, and then seeing you kind of stutter and backstep a little, she just kind of starts laughing.
Ah, it's fine. Good day, Sonda.
Good to meet you.
She goes off towards the Vault of Sages. And I think that is where we will take a break for the moment. So we'll be back in like 10 minutes. And so don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back.
Yisma.
Okay, we are back. Woo! All right.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. What was that? We
That
were
was the
doing
magic
so.
conch.
We were doing so good. Oh, the magic conch. Yeehaw! Exactly. Thank you for.
What should we do now?
Wait, nothing.
Oh my god.
Can I have this super duper delicious sandwich? Yes.
Yes.
Could I have something to eat? Could I have
No.
something to eat?
No.
Could I have something to eat?
No.
Ask again later.
What is going on?
No.
We're being ourselves, okay? Calm
What?
down.
Can I have
That's a
something
tat.
to
She's
eat?
the magic conch.
No.
Eight. What will we get through tonight?
Oh, night.
Don't
Night
bet on it.
Coach.
Wait, what is it? I haven't had tips pulled up.
Okay, so just in case, I forgot to tell you guys this. That was amazing. We set up a. You just use the command exclamation point magic 8-ball, or just 8-ball, and then you ask a question, and it'll come up with the thing, come up with an answer. So, So I asked it, will we get through tonight? And it said, don't bet on it. You know?
Maybe Khalil's premonition is gonna come true soon.
Way to
All right.
go.
Way to go. Yeah, so we have actually a whole list of commands. I think that we have like a duel, we have a roulette for points. So if you do exclamation point commands, it'll give you the list of the things that you are able to do in there in the chat, I believe. All right, so on that note, yep, there he goes. Just like that. To get us back and started, as Oberoth, and this, by the way, it's you were saying Oberon, but it's Obroth, Oberoth.
Oh.
O-T-H. After Beth. B-I-T-I-R Beth.
Right.
Isn't Oberon a character from Shakespeare?
Yes.
He's the king of fairies with Titania.
Yep, that's the one. That's the one. All right, so
Also in Warframe
last.
too.
My brain
Also-
just went to Fairy Tale and the horrifying actions that happen in Fairy Tale.
Oh,
I love that anime. But Midsummer's Night Dream is probably my favorite Shakespeare.
can I have
Play.
something to eat? Forget about it.
And the one that I don't feel like it got enough attention. I think it was made in like 1999 or something. It's got like an all-star cast with Stanley Tucci's in it.
Oh yeah.
Michelle Pfeiffer, I
Mhm.
think. Even that guy who played Batman, what was his name? Is it Chris something? I don't remember. But anyways, excellent film. I wish I owned it.
All right. Well. Okay, so the five of you, as you guys now are standing there inside the cemetery on the south bank of Silvery Moon, where are you guys going to next?
Do I know where the teleportation circles would be located to go check on them
Make a history check.
with advantage?
Nope.
Okay.
Because it has been some time since you have been here, and your memories are not your own.
Oh, doesn't matter. Nat 20.
Oh, it still does matter. What was the total?
29.
29 total?
Yes.
You know that there had been a wizard's or a sort of teleportation circle that was in the strict use of the high mage that was in charge of the vault, but its location was kind of kept very secret, and it was only used for very specific situations. So you know that there was one.
Okay. So then, can would I know where the High Mage's quarters were ish to go start looking there?
That would have been part of the High Palace because the High Mage was also the Lord's Alliance leader for Silver Moon. So that would have
So
been
then-
over in the High Palace.
All right. So I will tell the group that and be like, let's start looking there to see if we can find it.
Alrighty. So, you guys head in that direction. Meanwhile, Aliquin, Iskra, you guys traveling outside the city. You head to the northeast. The weather is crisp and the air is fresh, fresh and beautiful, as it does feel like a cool spring day. The sun is very warming on you, but the air, it still has like a little bit of a leftover chill almost, but it is beautiful. And you head in the direction that Gruff had sent you in, basically. All right. Within about 30 to 45 minutes, you do reach the location. As you guys are headed in that direction, you guys find the grove and you find the reclaimer. Currently, you can hear as you are approaching the sounds of what would appear to be construction. Give me like 45 seconds. As you guys are approaching there, I thought I had. Oh yeah, I did. They kind of echo out into the forest around you. And you can see that there's like 2 or 3 individuals that are in the process of finishing up replanking some of the sides of the reclaimer. You can see where the new wood is not painted the same color as the wood that was on the ship previously. But it looks to be basically in one piece. What are you guys doing?
So as we're walking up, Gleel, Sunder, Sol, Renan, anybody?
No response.
Nothing. I kind of look at Iskra. I guess we're out of range.
Yeah. How about this? Aelin, you nearby?
No response.
Does anybody with a this device hear me?
We're right next to you.
Hello, yeah, I can hear you. Okay.
Can we
God.
get anyone outside of our party? We are on channel 8.
You're just the ham radio operators.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's see. What are you guys doing? You can see that looks like there's an elven man that is in the process of doing this. There's also a elven woman that is moving some of the lumbers and stuff, and looks to be sawing some of the things.
Let's head on over.
No.
Alrighty. So as you approach, you can see the woman looks up from her work. Who are you? The man turns his attention towards you guys and stops hammering as well.
We're friends of the captain.
You're friends of Elena.
Yeah, we came here with her on the ship.
And what's to prevent you from being Thayan spies come to finish the job?
That's a good point. Well, how about bring her out here? She can vouch for us.
The 2 elves look at each other. And then a moment later, you see at the top of the gangplank, to the top, you see Alina, the small elderly gnome woman, as she comes hobbling over to the edge.
Which one of you two called me?
And then she looks over.
Oh, well, look who it is.
She looks over at Alcuin and Iskra.
Wave at her.
Yeah, wave.
Like, digs into one of her pockets and pulls out a little twig and puts it in her mouth.
Took y'all long enough to get over here? What took you so long?
A lot of stuff.
So many things. Glad you're in one piece, though.
A lot of things. Have you looked around the ship lately? You think you were the only one seeing action?
It does look like it's, got some new parts, but that's all right.
And it's looking really good.
Yeah, you better believe it is. Look at these two hard workers we have over here.
She's just like obviously not helping at all.
She's in charge.
Okay.
So where's everybody else? You all the only two that survived, or what?
We both remain quiet. I kind of like start crying a little bit.
She says that so just like matter of fact, like, eh?
I knock Aliquid in the arm lightly. I'm like, everybody made it.
That's good to hear. The boys are downstairs, helping out, finishing up some stuff. We should be ready to go probably another day or two.
We were thinking about trying to go back to Atet, but there's a very large airship in the courtyard of the Vault of Sages. They
So
might
I
be able
heard.
to use your help.
Oh, believe me, I saw a couple of them already. From a little closer than I would have liked. However, they couldn't keep up with Granny, so here we are. And there they are, somewhere out there in 1,000 pieces.
I love it.
I would have liked to have seen that or to have participated.
It was quite something. You can thank your Aelin boy for, sticking his foot in the ant pile, as it were. Couldn't let the boy do it on his own, and since you guys were all over the place, we had to do something to make sure that you guys got out all right. Don't you forget, Grandma has a good heart out for you. I wouldn't have stuck my neck out if I didn't think you were worth it.
We appreciate you literally watching over us.
She kind of just like nods.
Come on inside.
I head on over and find my way up.
Okay. Yep. The gangplank is down, and the two elves kind of like watch you as you guys ascend up into the reclaimer, the familiar space that you guys. It feels like it's been a long, long time since you guys have been in here, but it's been like 4 days. But a lot has transpired in between then and now. So now you guys are on the airship with Alina. She takes you to the galley, serves you some hot cinnamon tea.
That sounds so good.
That does sound good. In fact,
Fireball.
just drank.
Yeah.
You're making me want to go make cinnamon tea. What the hell?
So now that you guys are inside, anything you were wanting to do specifically or talk to her about, or you were just wanting to to check in?
Well, I want to give her a rundown of everything that happened, as best I can.
Okay.
The fact that we found the mythal and
Dragon,
the whole amaranth thing.
mythal.
Yeah, everything.
Mhm.
And
Wingman
then-
fell out of the sky.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Another party member now. Yeah.
Hold the phone.
and-
So you say now there's another one of yous, and he fell out of the sky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quite dramatically.
Yeah.
You left a big hole in the hotel.
Tell me you ain't planning on bringing him into this ship. I don't know if I could handle another one that's gonna be blowing stuff up.
Well, he'll probably stay up on top of deck most of the time. He likes the sky, so.
Yeah. And
Oh, right. You
yeah.
were saying he's got wings and some shit.
Mhm.
All right, well, as long as he stays outside and doesn't do anything to disrupt, events on the inside, we don't need us crashing out of the sky a second time. This last time was good enough. We barely made it into this place in one piece.
The last thing, though, Khalil, I guess, has been having strange visions. We
Is he
think we wanna
the emo one with all the black on him all the time?
Yeah?
All right. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, the one that only has wings sometimes.
You're not there. You're an outside dog.
You're an outside dog.
Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm.
I literally just put that on the chat. I said outside chicken.
Okay, Ron is the only outside chicken. Nice. All right.
He's getting visions, huh?
Yeah, so we're thinking about going back to a TED. The rest of the group is looking for a teleportation circle.
Well, as I said, we should be back together in probably another 2 days. Maybe a day. But it's gonna take us some time. And at the moment, I don't know where, a Tet is. We don't exactly have a specific location on a moving island. So you'd have to ask him where he's at, or them where they at. Whoever's gonna answer.
I'm sure Cringer could probably help with that.
Well,
Then you just let me know. If you need me to stick around here for a while, take the long way home, I can do that. If you guys want to go by airship, I'd be more than happy to take you. And your new pet, or whatever his name is.
You might like him.
Probably. You know us grandmas, we got a big heart.
And apparently big lungs.
Great. I do have a question for you real quick.
Sure.
So this airship runs on, what is it, like an air elemental?
Yeah,
yeah.
basically.
Okay. Which is faster, an air or fire? Fire. Elemental.
I can't honestly say that I know that one or the other is faster. They usually use the fire ones on the bigger ships just because they generate a little more power, but either one will do the trick. There's also 2 of them on those bigger ships.
I kind of like write that down real quick. All right.
I mean, they told me that there's the other one. You all trying to fix that up now or something?
I think we are, yeah.
Yeah, they're doing pretty well on the hole. The hole had a hole. Common's a funny language.
Big smoke
Tell
ring
me
just,
about
like,
it.
flew down.
Tell me about it.
Well,
But they do need an elemental.
Yeah, that could be a problem. See, the elementals that we use for these airships, they're pretty big. But if you don't know what you're doing, you get mixed up with one of them things that can cause a lot of damage, especially if you're trying to work for finding one of them fire elementals.
Is there a way that they usually capture them?
Beats me. I'm usually just pilot these suckers. But I mean, there used to be there was an old chick back in when we was with the Thayans. She was the one who taught me how to fly this thing. Far as I know, she was one of the lead magic-y types that was helping them fix up those airships. But she was only there teaching me for a couple of days so that I could learn how to do it myself.
I mean, I can bring one onto this plane, but only for about an hour. Yours that you have, how can you maintain it? I guess is there?
It gets shunted into that like a smaller pocket dimension where it's like happy and cozy or whatever. You would, as far as I know, if you bring yourself, excuse me, if you bring yourself a large enough elemental, theoretically, I could probably figure out how to tap it into the ship systems. No guarantees, though. I ain't done it myself before.
It's better than working on nothing.
So what you're telling me is you want me to go help you do this?
Only if you're not too busy. I know that you're extremely busy now, taking care of the ship all by yourself.
Yeah, your
She,
first
like-
priority is the reclaimer.
She puts her arms behind her head and like puts her little feet up on the table.
Well, you know, I do got the boys to think about. And those two outside, they've been pretty helpful these last few days. I think I can manage probably getting myself over into the city.
Whoa. We lost a
Are
song.
we fighting? No, it's like
Are we fighting? What
I
happened?
just saw the map cam pop up. I was like, oh no,
No. There we go.
not Granny.
Roll for initiative, bitches!
Against Granny.
I'll go down to the city if you beat me and I would fight.
Right? Exactly.
Prove to me you're worth it.
All right. So, up there you are. There you are.
Yeah, suddenly the internet went out.
Oh no.
Yeah, everything should be okay now, though.
Okay. So,
Sorry about that.
no, you're good.
Ladies and gents.
Oh, nope. You're frozen again.
Oh,
Oh no.
He's talking, but his mouth isn't moving.
I know.
What sorcery is this?
it's okay.
that?
I'm talking to you
All right.
through
So,
telepathic
telepathically.
means. Yeah.
yeah, that's what it is. So,
Don't like that my mouth is agape. Gross.
it's okay. At the moment, they can't see. It's just gray for you because I moved you a little bit.
You're drooling a little bit.
Turn off
No,
your camera,
don't
then
say
put it back
that. Okay, let's see.
No, there you go.
Cannot start video, excuse me?
Excuse me?
Let's see.
All right.
Oh no!
Oh, no, he's turned
The
green.
green monster.
You are
Not
talking to
again.
us through another dimension. It's all right. It's
There
all
we
right.
go.
Oh,
there we go.
okay. Oh,
He's
no.
back now.
Oh
You
yeah.
had the
Oh,
the
no.
Splinter Cell Sonder going on there.
Yeah.
Activate night vision.
There you go. All right. So, guys, so as you guys are talking there for a minute, so Illy says by the end of the day she can get her some stuff together to go back to the city and see what she can do to help out with the setting up of the Fang with a elemental. Anything else you guys wanted to discuss while you were there with her?
Can I have one of
Where
those
we go?
sticks?
What sticks?
Oh, just your pipe? Question mark. Your
My twigs?
yes.
Or clove cigarettes.
Hmm.
Sure, I suppose.
She sticks her hand like down inside her shirt and pulls out a stick.
I like kind of get the like this and grab it from my. Thank you
What,
so
you
much.
think I got cooties or something?
No. I'm just trying to keep it, clean. That's all.
What, you think I'm not clean?
Oh God.
Yeah, you might be right. So we'll get together. Give me a couple hours. I'll put some stuff together, and we'll head back to the city. Things are, copacetic over there now or something.
I mean, there's not much fighting over there. No.
Yeah, it's definitely settled down.
Hmm.
So should I bring the boys with me, or should I leave them here?
Do you think the reclaimer's ready to fly?
No,
Not even a short distance?
probably better that we, don't push it.
Hmm.
We did get shot out of the sky, And they'll be fine. We'll just leave them here. They got work to do. I'm sure they'll behave themselves. Right, boys?
It echoes.
Yeah, it does. Oh, wait, what happened? Now my
The
things.
map cam.
Yeah, I know the map cam like switched out all of a sudden. That was weird.
Oh,
That's making me very nervous. Don't do that.
Mapcam wants to be a
I know
player.
map cam wants to play.
Eloquin will leave. Be banished. It is my turn.
Time to roll initiative, y'all.
Time to shine.
Not okay with
The map
this.
cam. It's just like the map in Blue's Clues. It just goes crazy and like tries to
Yeah.
kill us all.
Sentient.
Sentient.
We cannot disobey the map cam. We
Yeah.
must oblige.
Yeah,
It's like the the
map.
goblet of fire.
What
The
map
design.
cam?
The map.
You want-
the map.
Non's wings?
Oh my
Okay.
god. All right.
Harry,
So
did you roll initiative?
Where did you roll initiative into the goblet of fire?
I guess the 8 ball was right when I asked it earlier
Yeah.
We're gonna die now.
if we were gonna make it through.
Oh no.
Where did you roll into the 8-ball?
Starts beating him.
Oh my
I love
god.
that scene so much.
Okay, so, I lost my train of thought. All right, so you guys are getting in together with Captain Helena, and she is going to travel back to the city with you to look over the Fang. Meanwhile, the rest of you have now reached the what had once been the High Palace of Silvery Moon.
Plus.
So, when we get here, try not to wander off and don't touch anything because last I remember, they did have wards in effect. And I don't know what's left and what's what and what's active and what's new.
So,
You break it, you bought it.
as you
Coin purse ready.
as you guys are approaching this and you kind of round a corner and you've seen the taller spires of the High Palace from where you guys have been traveling. You've always kind of seen it there off to the side where there's some other like temple-like buildings that are pretty close. There's a few of those tall spires and turrets that are there. But now upon seeing the High Palace, you see that this once beautiful construct has definitely seen better days. Large sections of the front have been destroyed in what appears to be either magical or explosive means, as are sections of the walls that have just been completely collapsed. The once beautiful palace of white marble, you can see that there are various signs that this was once, or had up to recently, been serving as a occupied center for the Thayan Empire. Many of the marbled statues of past rulers and dignitaries here within Silvery Moon have been either completely knocked over and replaced with banners of the Thayan Empire, or they have just been covered over with these banners as well. You can see where there are, just as you had seen on the path to the Vault of Sages, where there were those barricades that were built with like torn pieces of wall and wood to kind of make a very haphazard looking spiked construct to barricade themselves behind. That same sort of thing has been done to this the out front of this palace as well. You can see that there are a couple of what look like maybe some of the knights that are standing close by, but this section of the city seems to not have as much traffic as it once did at some point.
I think a little gust and mending won't fix. What's hidden?
What are you guys doing?
I just like give a sigh of like, oh, Sonder.
Somebody in this group needs to have optimism.
I'll cast guidance on Sonder.
Yay! All right, so what are you guys doing? You guys are currently on the outside in this. It's not quite a big open plaza area, but it's a good enough space that's would have served as one time as like an open courtyard in front of the high palace.
Okay, so like the knights are in front of the palace, like doors.
Yeah, basically, they're kind of hanging out by the door. They're not exactly like posted guard, but you can tell that they are kind of just keeping a watch on things.
I'll just go up to them and ahoy! No.
Ahoy, hoy.
Ahoy! Hi! Oh my god!
Hey, girl, hey.
No, I will walk up to them though and just be like, "Hey, have y'all been standing here for quite some time now? Have y'all been taking shifts, keeping guard at the palace?"
This?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we've just been watching to make sure that no one's going in or out. It's gonna be causing too much of a ruckus. There's not much left inside, I'm afraid.
That gives me hope. But no one's come out of it lately that you've been aware of?
I mean, not aside from the last patrol that we sent through. Left here probably about a couple hours ago.
Okay.
If
Any
oh.
news on anyone finding a possible teleportation circle or a locked door by magical means, maybe?
That's all he does. One of the other knights kind of just shrugs. It's like, to be honest, they've kind of gutted the place on the inside.
If any dignitaries or city council members decide to come back here, let them know to reach out to the druids.
Most of the people who once held some sort of office around here, we've been sending them to the vault to speak with the Council of Accord, the Circle of Accord, and the other knights.
Couldn't we just go in and take a look for ourselves?
Well, I was going to, but I thought I'd just ask and see if they knew exactly where they was.
You're welcome to look around. You don't look like Wizards of Evermore.
No, I used to be from here, but we helped take
You
back
can
the
see
city
them
and-
kind of look you over, and kind of one of them raises an eyebrow.
Yes, I know. I know what that looks for. Yes, it's. I'm used to it by now.
Soul looks down. He's like barefoot and wearing other clothing than what everyone else is. He's like feels a little self-conscious all of a sudden.
I mean, you don't look. I don't sense any sort of deception in this, so I see no reason why you can't. But don't put much hope in what you will find inside. It has been.
Fingers crossed.
He gestures for you to enter the door.
I will go up the steps, take a deep breath, and just opens the double doors.
Okay. As you open the double doors, you are greeted to a grisly sight of destruction and Well, both in the sense of like it having been blown up from whatever battle had occurred here, but it also looks like the High Palace had been repurposed for some sort of large-scale barracks. The main entry hall that you can tell had at once been designed to be regal and filled with beauty has now been marred with various paintings of strange design. A lot of the windows have been curtained by heavy curtains. But covered by heavy curtains is the word. Is what I was trying to say.
Okay, as I go through, I'll just mage hand open curtains and let in light and try to illuminate the spot.
Yeah, I was gonna do the same.
Do the same. All right. So
Yeah.
bringing a little more light into this area, you can see that there did indeed seem to have been a battle here, at least in this main entry hall. This was not exactly a place where a lot of people were allowed to come into, except for dignitaries and stuff. So this is still your first time coming here, Kindred. But from the stories and the brief glimpses that you had seen, probably at like special events, this doesn't look like anything you would have recognized.
Well,
What do you think, Kindred? Is there anything that we should be looking for here?
well, obviously, if we can't sense magic, but if you see a large, you've seen a teleportation circle, like obviously something similar to that.
Mhm.
You should let us know, but just use your better judgment and don't stray too far from one another.
All right.
Okay.
So then I'll take 2 investigation checks from you guys.
I'll do one.
Eloquent.
Ooh, Eloquent's not there.
Oh wait, no, Eloquent's not yet. Sorry, the thing moved around. I have bad investigation. I cannot do this.
Or I could do both since I have a +9 investigation.
That would be one person and another person.
I'll do one.
Yeah, do it.
I'll give myself guidance. I think does that help with skill checks?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
For none.
Guidance.
Guidance.
My
didn't I get
investigation
guidance
only
from you?
+3.
Yeah.
It
Uh,
only,
before.
yeah, but it only lasts for like an
minute.
action. Yeah, a minute.
Oh, okay.
Got a 7 plus.
That is 10
9.
actions, Aaron.
Yeah.
So 16, and then I'll use saving face. So that's Saul, Skalil, Sonder, Renan. Is someone else with us?
Nope.
So then
Well,
I'll
unless if you count Oreo, but
does that Oreo count as a companion or an ally?
Sure.
Okay, then plus
companion.
it's +5, so 21.
Okay. What was
Are
yours?
you
Sol?
giving me a +5?
No, it's just
Oh.
it's a racial trait of his.
Gotcha.
Hobgoblins are afraid of failing around their friends.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's a thing? Saving face for them?
Yep.
Wow.
14.
14? Okay. Navigating some of these hallways, you can see what had once been ornately decored studies, bedrooms, meeting halls, and all of them have been in some shape or form repurposed as probably one of the larger barracks here within the Silvery Moon. Everything has a lot more garish and goblinoid in the way that it has been transformed and made more, while at the same time more militaristic, but also just more aggressive in the way that it was kind of, the elven architecture was basically defaced. You find what once was probably the throne room for the for profile meetings has been partially turned into a outhouse. It's pretty rough. But in looking for some sort of semblance of like a personal room or high mage's tower, you don't find anything that would have like struck you as a circle room of any sort.
This must be hard to see, Kindred, for you.
Yes and no. It's bittersweet.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not like I've seen it before, but knowing they did this on purpose, it's yeah.
I'm gonna try to tear down like a flag of some throw it on the floor. Step on it.
I spit on you.
Toot. You get to one of the. You find your way into one of the few remaining turret towers that hasn't been demolished throughout the battle or during the initial occupation. And as you climb the stairs to the apex of it, you find yourself in a somewhat large bedroom. You feel a little bit of a chill to your bones, Kindred.
Oh, my nipples.
Damn you.
This cold temperature.
Quite all right.
Yeah, I'll be fine. Just give me a minute.
This cold temperature hurts his arthritis.
It's not physically cold, but
I'm excited. No.
oh my god, I give up.
You did this.
You did.
I did not. I said a chill to his bones. I didn't.
You set this
Chill
up.
to his nipples.
Listen, is it my fault that you can't take anything seriously?
Oh, I
Yes.
can take it.
Okay. Never mind then. All right.
My
so
bones are chilled in the
There
heart.
are
What do you-
children watching.
what are you guys doing?
Are there?
I will. So did the others follow me up the tower?
Mhm.
Okay. So looking around, it seems intact still, like untouched.
Yeah, it seems rather ordinary and doesn't like just like a bedroom.
Before passing through the threshold, I'll just mage hand into it.
Nothing changes or moves. The mage hand hovers out before you.
And just take a step in the room. Kind of wait. Have the others hold back like a second. Just make sure.
No, nothing happens.
Okay.
She
Since-
farted. She's waiting for it to clear.
Yep. Oh, seems safe for now, guys. If y'all want to come in and see what's
Take a
left.
breather.
What is that smell?
I can taste it, the wetness in the air.
Oh, no.
Why is it burning my eyes?
I kicked them all out.
Was it the soup we had this morning?
Were there farm animals in here?
Anyways,
There was an outhouse back in that meeting room, so perhaps it has seeped up to this tower.
Can everyone check their shoes?
Oh no.
I will begin looking through the room.
I'm good. I'll help.
Yeah.
I'll cast detect magic.
No, don't. Oh, never mind.
All right.
Yeah. I will say that you go to do it and then you're just like, oh right, never mind. As you recall. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
I'll help as well.
I will as well.
Wait, who?
All of us.
Okay.
Investigation.
Sure.
I'll do guidance on
I
myself
want
again.
to look for blood
So I
stains.
got a dirty 20.
Okay.
19.
27.
21.
Before.
All right. So looking about the room, it just seems like this room was abandoned. Whoever had been here before did have a nice view of the city, but this was as close to the highest point in the palace that you were able to find.
I just want to look out the window real quick. What, like, yes, we see this view of the city you said, but like looking down, is there any particular things that we can see?
Make
might be-
make a perception check.
Ugh. 13?
13. This particular view of the city kind of looks out over the, I guess it would be east. You're looking out to the west, so it goes across the city expanse. To your left, you can see the south bank, the Vault of Sages, the couple of the temples to some of the gods that are close by. Some of them in some form of disarray, and some of them look untouched. But aside from that, nothing strikes you.
Okay. Well, this might be a dead end. So in this room, could I do, I know we can't detect magic outright, but could I do like an arcana check to see, like, since I can't see the magic, like things that would be set up for that, if that makes sense?
Yeah. I mean, I'd probably just include that with whenever you were looking around, because you were
Okay.
looking for something particular.
Okay.
But nothing struck you as being like magical in nature that you weren't able to see otherwise.
Okay, gotcha. So then, Well-
Maybe this place really was cleared out completely.
Imagine those who have high stature were able to get out of the city in time. Perhaps.
this circle would still be here. It's unless they just completely obliterated it, but I don't see why they would, seeing as how convenient it would be for them to travel between the cities.
Are we certain there was a circle here to begin with?
I'm like 95% sure. I mean, they were elves and magic. So, I mean, stereotypes exist for a reason sometimes.
The next best place to check would be with the Harpers. But imagine they'd have the teleportation circle like
Well, that's
we
what was
had.
kind of keeping guard down, right?
No.
No,
Oh,
They were the knights of
not
So
the
just-
city, right?
Knights of the Living Order. Mm-hmm.
well, it's coming up on the time anyway. We should probably head back. At least we checked here and saw. And we'll just tell everyone to keep an eye out.
Maybe we should just stick with the airship again for now.
We could always talk to some of the mages. Oberoth said that somebody could cast such a spell.
Mhm. The only thing with that is just we wouldn't be able to come back fast unless we had the circle.
Do you think that prestidigitation would work on that one conference room with all the poop?
What?
It's just a lot.
Yeah, I think that'd be a lot more than.
I don't know why they
that.
decided to use that room particularly.
Because they have no respect for good architecture.
I just kind of like start heading down the stairs, like.
Okay. Alrighty. You guys, where are you guys headed as you go down the stairs?
Down the stairs.
I'll just
Yeah,
head back
pushing
out.
on.
All right, heading back outside the castle.
Yeah, and then
Um,
once we get back out, just walk up to the knights and just, well,
Did you find it? Did you find anything?
Unfortunately, no. Not that we didn't trust you. It's just
I
was
mean,
re- I was
we
really
weren't
hopeful.
exactly looking for any circles. We were just making sure that there wasn't going to be anybody that would bite us in the ass afterwards.
Well, if you do happen to come across something, please send word to the college.
Will do. We'll make
But,
sure to put it in our report.
Be wary of lurking Yuan-Ti in the sewers. The sewer systems seem to have been occupied by them previously, and I don't know where they had scattered off to after Amaranth left, so it would be worth investigating with a good party.
We'll keep that in mind. I do seem to remember that some of the knights that have gone down below found some strange things that might explain a few things.
Okay. Well, I'm at least gonna head back to the college. Are y'all gonna okay to follow with me, or y'all gonna hang out here some more?
Oh, I think we should try to meet up with the rest of our friends.
Right, should have been 2 hours by now.
Okay. I'm just gonna get some time to myself and think, and I will cast polymorph, turn into a giant owl, and fly to the college.
Oh. Well,
After seeing that, I'm pretty sure he needs to be alone.
Why does he get to fly? I don't get to fly.
you have a polymorph, do you not?
I could study it, but at this moment, no.
I have a giant owl in the statue.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
If you want to fly away.
I could just make another giant bird if I wanted to fly away, but I think that might scare people.
Do you guys want to go to a local bakery or food shop and get some
Yes.
a kebab or maybe like an apple pie or something?
Okay.
Pretty sure after all of this, everything's gonna be closed and due for repairs.
We could still look.
And steal their contents.
Give them business and economy.
And with that, I just head back to the vault by myself then.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'll head over with too.
All right.
As
Heading.
will
Alrighty. So, hold on. Nope. You guys, as Galil, you walk ahead of everybody else. And you're walking down along the street. You notice that one of the buildings you walk by kind of catches your eye for a moment. And looking over the building, you see it's one of the temples that kind of stands in this little Broadway of various temple faces. And this one has the distinct markings above it of the Temple of Saloon.
Guys,
Mm.
mind if we stop for a little bit?
Yeah, we're in no rush. Hurry.
certainly.
As long as we stop and get some apple pie, possibly.
Go ahead and go do that.
Do you need the moment?
I don't know.
Can I see what he's looking at?
Yeah, you see the building. It's not a like ginormous grand structure, but it is a decently sized temple. And it does.
know that it's
Wait, whoa. Sorry, what?
I have no idea.
What'd you say, Renan?
I said, if the two of you would like to return, then I will stay with Gil.
Okay.
The two
Would I
of
know
you.
that it's a saloon?
I mean, it has the symbology over the door. The pair of
Okay.
eyes with the stars around it.
Yeah, if you need a moment, we'll head out. See what Iskra and Eloquin found with Illy and the boys.
Okay.
We'll see you all there.
Paul's gonna grab Saunders' hand and be like, "Let's go find the pie, though."
Okay. And then we'll run off and with hands.
La 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 la, we gonna get some pie.
This is the Lollipop Guild.
Oh
So
my god.
Soul is taking advantage of this time because since he's been in this area, he's been a cat and being fed cat food
Oh,
because his friends wouldn't bring him food from the kitchen. So he's taking advantage.
Really, Galil?
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So you guys head off down the street and you did pass the large market and there was a lot of food vendors there. Despite the difficult situation that you guys had seen that the city of Silvery Moon is in, there are some market vendors that are kind of back to business kind of thing. Okay, so you stand there before the Temple of Saloon, Galil. Renan there with you. And this not one of the last time you had probably seen a temple to Saloon. You had seen it like in some distance when you were in Neverwinter. It's been quite some time. What are you doing?
Go enter the doorway.
Okay.
And
I'll
just,
walk behind him.
and just walking forward, I'm just gonna think of my mom.
Okay. Walking into the small antechamber here within the temple, you can see that a lot of the pews there that sit before this giant altar, like statue to the figure of Saloon, with this giant opal stone moon that kind of sits behind the statue of Saloon. See, a lot of the pews have been damaged by fire, it would appear, and kind of moved off to the side so that only like one or two pews remain in a sort of like aisles formation there in front of it. Hearing the door open and kind of echo in this large area, as you walk inside, it's very peaceful. The light that kind of that shimmers through the windows in this area kind of diffuse the light to make it this whitish moonbeam like light despite the brightness from the outside. You can stand in this open space for a moment. And for Renan, this is a strange. You understand that this is probably a temple of some sort, but the architecture and the build of it is, while very foreign, is very beautiful for what it is. And you recognize the symbology of a moon goddess of some sort.
Galil, what is this place?
It's a temple for the goddess Saloon.
I'm not familiar.
She's the goddess of the moon.
Hmm.
And also my grandmother.
Well, that's quite the feat.
You see coming around the corner this older man dressed in some like simple gray robes, carries with him like a broom, like a dustpan.
Hello?
happened?
You disappeared.
There we go. Whoa.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm just checking this temple out right now.
Well, you're welcome to sit down. Not too many coming in today.
I take it this place was ransacked during the whole thing.
Hmm. With the moon's blessing, we suffered little in the way of ransacking. But that's because we know how to hide the good stuff.
That's good.
Ooh. You're familiar somehow.
Am I? Have we met?
Have you been to Silvery Moon before?
First time.
I don't see how. Something in the way that you, carry yourself.
He like goes to like sweeping things.
I just sit down on one of the pews. Thank you for. I just look at Oreo.
The man's still sweeping.
But can I speak to her?
I know what it is.
The little old man. He's like,
You wouldn't happen to be, Gurian.
A Grim? Wait, what?
Gurian, the Gur
Oh.
tribe.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it is. I knew there was something familiar to you. We used to have a man that would come in here, Gur tribe fellow. You two carry similarities, I suppose. Used to come in here quite often. Haven't seen him in probably almost a year now, but pretty frequent in these parts. He was a hunter sort, so he'd come in and go.
And you said he was last here a year ago?
Yeah, sometime before the, everyone, all the hullabaloo with the Empire. Made regular visits. Paid many offerings to the mother. Very faithful. Last I heard, he went up somewhere north towards Luskin, I believe.
Towards Lutskin?
Somewhere in that direction. I don't quite remember.
That's good to know. Thank you.
Of course. What was, your name?
Galil.
Ah, pleasure to meet you. Oristian. You fellow with the wings.
Yes.
What's your name?
Ranan Rivers.
Renan
I
Rivers.
doubt greatly that you would recognize me.
No. Not in the slightest. But you have some nice wings there. Sure they come in handy.
They do their job, that's for certain. Thank you.
Well, if I ever need help cleaning the windows up there, I'll give you a holler.
I'm relatively good at dusting as well.
I would imagine. And he like looks up at the statue.
It's been some time since I've cleaned up there. Not too many young bones left in this body.
Done lich.
He starts going to like sweeping again.
Hope you find what you're looking for. Whatever was always good to see those faithful to the moon.
And he goes sweeping along his merry little way.
I wanted to know if I could speak to my mother to let her know what's going on with me. But instead found the one guy who knows where the guy who took care of me is. Guess things working either way.
Fate is a strange thing.
Thank you. We can leave now.
And
You
let us be off.
make your way out of the building.
I leave my offering of 20 gold pieces, by the way.
Okay. You hear like the you kind of try and leave it as quietly as possible, and even though Aristian's like not even in sight, you hear his voice, "Thank you," come from the back somewhere.
How do they know?
You head to the door and hesitate for one moment. You kind of like hold the door open and look back at the statue. And you swear for a moment you feel the warmth of a hand on your face.
Spook.
Nate, walk.
And close the door and head back out into the city, headed towards the Vault of Sages. The door shuts behind you. All right. So, within, we'll say, the next hour or so, the party gathers themselves back together. The Vault of Sages, Sonder and Sol,
Buy an apple pie.
arms filled with treats, bellies full of goody, sugary goodness. You bring some warmed, freshly baked goods from one of the vendors that you were found there in the market. Extremely grateful for your patronage. And Aliquin, Iskra, you bring with you Illy, and she immediately gets to try to help out those rebuilding and repairing the Fang. And what else? You guys, by this point in the day, you're probably looking, it's like 4 or so in the afternoon by the time everybody gets back together.
I just would have done some laps, look at the city, and then finally head back and just find a little corner to myself and just study. Not really do much until they find me, I guess.
Okay, cool. Anything else?
I'm going to return to.
Sender.
Yeah.
I'm going to return to where we were at. Let everyone know that we have treats.
All right. As you guys are gathering together, you get in your respective spies members. Everybody in the Vault of Sages. You hear Aylin's voice.
Not in, but we're out, around. Well, I am at least.
I'm here with Sol.
Century, me and Renan.
All right. Just wanted to check in. I'm out and about in the city, but I'll be back by tonight.
Do you need any help?
No, I think we've got it. Most everything's
You've
put
what?
back in order. I think we've got it.
Who's we?
I'm
What are
working
their
with
names? I need
You need to be back at
Emergency
home.
numbers.
Emergency.
Need to be back by 10.
We
later than
said
10.
11. That is your curfew, mister.
Well, no, I'm working with some of the Circle of Accord, setting up defenses around the city's edge.
That's good.
I found some of my old friends amongst the spell guard, so we're doing what we can to fix the situation.
Oh, Aelin, I forgot you're from here.
Aye.
I'm glad you were
Oh.
able to reconvene with friends.
Of course. Me too. There's still those that are still alive. Anyway, I'll see you tonight. Be
By
careful.
any chance, would you know where a teleportation circle is?
Good question, Khalil.
Sure. I think there was one of the wee fellas that was with the Harpers. I think he came in from some means. I'll ask some of my friends with the rebellion that was here. I'm sure we can track down the location.
By the way, we have sweets and an apple pie if you'd like.
I do like apple pie.
When you decide to come, it will be ready.
That sounds
I'll
good.
make sure not to eat it.
Iskra had apple pie the other morning, and I was craving it for so long. So I decided to get one.
Alrighty.
So as it's starting to get later, I assume a lot of people are going to start congregating for dinner.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to go to the area where people are starting to gather for food, and I'm going to look for anybody who might have musical instruments, stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah. Easy enough to find a couple of people who have, I was gonna say banjos. They have.
How does that work?
The big glass mug that they just blow over.
Yeah.
Yes, there are several musical instruments that can be pretty easily procured.
Okay. I ask the first few if they have any talent in playing them.
Sure.
Well, how about a song or two to raise the spirits here?
I don't see why not. We could probably figure something out.
So if, like, whenever they start playing, I'll sing a song of an ancient tale from my homeland. I see fire in Elvish.
I see fire.
Yeah.
Ice, baby.
No.
Dun, dun,
I
dun, dun, dun,
see
dun.
fire
Dun, 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 dun.
from The Hobbit.
Ah, yeah.
Ah.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Go stop. Collaborate. and
Trademark.
listen.
Sorry.
Are we present?
Ice is back with a brand new invention. Something.
What scene was that song played?
Is this a small one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Is
Desolation
it Ed
Song.
Sheeran?
It was played
Yes.
a couple times, especially in the credits.
Oh,
I
I
can
thought
see-
what's his name
Try-
is singing.
I can see Renan having that voice.
The steward, crazy man.
My performance check was a 21.
You, as long as everybody else, put together a nice little,
band.
little boy band.
There we go.
Yeah, you put together a boy band, and thus Hanson was formed.
There you go.
I do have it in my character sheet that I have a pan flute.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go.
So then I will say, yeah, with everybody all together.
Yes. I
So
will
you're
play
gonna do a
the
performance check to see how you do with joining in?
I got a net
Want me to
one.
roll a performance?
Sure.
Oh god, I'm
Do
gonna
it.
put guidance on myself because my performance is a -1.
Oh no.
I know it's here. Hold on.
Well,
He's
if you're
sitting there
proficient
just.
in the pipe, if you're proficient in the pan flute, you can add your proficiency bonus to your roll.
I don't know that I am.
Aaron.
Yeah.
One of my Asmar things is when they sing, it sounds like 100 voices singing in perfect harmony.
Oh, I do.
What?
Wow, this got really crazy really quick.
That's-
This escalated so
Ooh,
fast.
the
Become an
chorus.
orchestra.
Help too.
Oh my god, I love it. So
I got a 12 on performance.
Okay, well, I mean, it's
I'll
not.
play softly in the background, so if I mess up, you really can't tell that much.
yeah, you can. But everybody, kind of
My
does their
performance is
best.
a 18, by the way.
Nice. So everybody kind of, helps bring in this orchestral performance with choir and angels singing.
It sounds like
Yeah. I was gonna say, I was like, what is this, Halo?
That's the Will's voice.
Oh my gosh.
I forgot I rolled for that. And
So,
I have
as
never used that
the-
till now.
As the dinner goes on around you, music playing, a relaxing atmosphere settles in once again, as it seems like this is one of the first times in a while that a true victory against the Thane Empire has been had. And with that, we will end for tonight.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Apparently, me and Ron.
We needed the ambiance.
Yeah,
It's
For sure.
necessary.
yeah,
It's
No.
to help lift with some moods that are
yeah.
saddened at the moment.
Maybe
Exactly.
there is a talent scout, here. We don't know.
I think this is a rather impressive time. Like in the past few sessions, Galil, like despite the banter between Renan and Galil, we're getting along pretty well despite the
I like it.
I
little-
just want to clip the wings. That's
We
it.
haven't killed each other,
This one
so
giving
Touch
me
the wing.
doing good.
Santos back. All right. God
Wow.
damn it, Taco.
Yeah, I
Good
didn't
grief.
even. It didn't even click in my
What?
head that that's what that was.
Yeah.
really.
Mess. Ice
Nice.
cream. That was amazing. Well done. The conch shell has spoken. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, guys, thank you for another off the rails adventure.
Encore,
Yay,
died this
encore.
time.
An adventure with no one actually battling or any craziness happening.
No. Not too much drama being drama. Not too much
Drama.
drama. Not too much drama. It's all good.
What?
Don't you know?
Don't you know? It's
Oh
fine.
yeah, but the drama, don't you know?
Alrighty, guys. We will
yeah?
see you next time. Thank you. Be safe.
Have a good night, y'all.
Bye.